Hi guys! So this month we are talking about berries. That includes things like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, even things like goji berries and cranberries. So there are actually over 400 different kinds of berries all throughout the world. But you have to be careful because sometimes they can be poisonous. So berries tend to grow like along trails and like in the woods and stuff like that. And so if you are, if you come across some kind of berry bush and you're not sure what it is, I recommend not eating it just because you don't know if it could be poisonous or not. But oftentimes you can definitely tell if it's maybe like a raspberry or a blackberry or something like that. So let's get into some more berry facts. So berries actually help boost brain power. So it's actually a really good option for maybe like breakfast or a snack at school. You can add strawberries or any kind of berry to maybe like some yogurt and granola, or just eat some strawberries or blueberries, like if you put them in like a little sack, like a little snack pouch, or a little container that you bring to school with you for a snack. Those are some great options. So berries are full of fiber. Fiber is very good for our digestive system, keeping those organs healthy, like our stomach, our small intestine, and our large intestine. Fiber is also great for keeping us fuller longer. So eating a snack of maybe like a handful of blueberries or like strawberries or something like that is going to help keep you fuller longer. If you're trying to tie yourself over before lunch or something like that, some stuff with lots of fiber, like berries, is going to help keep you fuller longer, rather compared to maybe say like a bag of chips or candy or something like that. Berries also have a good amount of vitamin C. Vitamin C is great for our immune system. Especially now with sometimes you're still getting the cold or something like that, allergies, that kind of stuff. So vitamin C is great for that. Strawberries are the first fruit to ripen in the springtime, and they're actually the only fruit that carry the seeds on the outside of them. So like in this picture right here of strawberries, you can see all those little tiny seeds on the outside of them. And strawberry seeds are actually so small that each strawberry contains or has about 200 seeds on the outside. So I think that's pretty cool. But if you think about it, those little strawberry seeds are so tiny that when you're eating a strawberry, you don't even notice them. And Americans eat an average of 5 pounds of strawberries every year. Like each American eats an average of 5 pounds of strawberries, which I can definitely believe that because I definitely eat that myself. I love strawberries, especially with like yogurt and granola, kind of how I mentioned, like a snack option or a breakfast option. That's one of my favorites. Let's see here. Blueberries are actually native to North America, and they've been around for over like 1,300 years. And blueberries are actually the only fruit that are naturally blue in color. And also Michigan produces more blueberries than any other state in our country. So I think it's pretty cool that Michigan is such a great state for producing different foods. Like we talked about apples, Michigan is also one of the top producing states for apples and corn and now berries. So Michigan definitely has a variety of different fruits and vegetables. And so blueberries grow on they can grow on a bush, but most commonly they grow on like a tree. And one single tree or blueberry bush can produce over 6,000 blueberries every year. So if you remember when we talked about apples and citrus, apple trees produce around like 200 to 300 apples in a season. Citrus trees produce around 1,500 oranges within a season, but blueberry bushes can produce over 6,000 blueberries in one season. Isn't that crazy? That is so many blueberries. That's a lot of blueberries. So Berries are a great option, like I said, for snack, breakfast, even in desserts, right? There's lots of different kinds of things you can use for berries. Berries naturally have a sweeter taste to them, so like I said, they're a great option even for dessert. We've got raspberries, and raspberries actually come in lots of different colors. So they come in like purple or red, gold, and the gold raspberries are actually the sweetest of the different kinds of raspberries. So if you haven't tried different colored raspberries like that, look for them at the grocery store or even your farmer's market. Your local farmer's market, you know, they usually have tons of different options when it comes to fruits and vegetables like that. Now, blackberries and raspberries look really, really similar, but one way to tell them apart is how they look in the center. Raspberries are going to be hollow, whereas blackberries are going to have like an inner core, almost like an apple or an orange. You know how there's usually like that center core? So that's one way to tell a raspberry apart from a blackberry. Cranberries. Cranberries are actually 90% water, and I have a cool cranberry video on how cranberries are harvested. So if you have ever seen a like an Ocean Spray harvest commercial for cranberry juice, you can see that they're standing in almost what looks like a pond and the cranberries are floating. So that's actually how they harvest the cranberries. So the cranberry fields, cranberries grow on like a little bush like that grows about this tall out of the ground. And so what they do is they flood the fields with water so that the bushes are covered in water, and then they go through with this machine that knocks off the cranberries from the plant. And cranberries have these like hollow tubes inside of them which are filled with air, so they float. And so that is one way that makes it really easy for them to harvest the cranberries. And so when the fields are flooded with water like that, the cranberries float and they're able to just go through and collect the cranberries off of the top of the water. So I thought that was so cool, and that was something new that I learned. I never understood why they were standing in, you know, almost like a pond with floating cranberries, but I will upload that video for you guys so you guys can also watch that. Now, you know, cranberries are also very low in sugar, which makes them tart, right? So our strawberries and our blueberries, they have a higher natural sugar content compared to cranberries. So cranberries are naturally more tart. We also have what's called the gooseberry. It's actually more yellow in color. I will show you guys on my computer. You see how they're more yellow and they almost look like grapes. Some are wild varieties and have like a spiky outside, and then others are like smooth on the outside and they kind of look more like a grape or a cherry tomato. And then we also have what's called the goji berry, and those are usually a lot smaller, and you can usually find them like dried or actually on the plant. So I will show you what those look like as well. So this is the dried version, and then this is what they look like on the plant. So you can eat them either way, but usually you can find them, you know, like dried, kind of like craisins. You know, craisins are dried cranberries. You can usually find them in packages like that at the store. So that is all I have for you guys today. I know that was a little bit longer of a video, but there's so many berries and there's so many berries to talk about. So I just wanted to hit kind of the most common ones. So I will see you guys next month for our next Nutrition Facts video.